How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about SOFI, which finished just over 6% on the Friday. If you guys remember what I said in my previous video, I was looking for us to have a close above $6, and that's exactly what we got. So now I want to make sure you're prepared for this coming week. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder, you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for SOFI. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $6.13, being up 6.06%. On the low, it tested $5.79, and then on the high, testing $6.18. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 87.59 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 45.704 million shares. So we had above average volume on the day, and it's part of the reasons why we've seen some strength in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it's at 46.73. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 200-day, the 50-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. And it's clear to see that SOFI is in a bear market, trading below all of our major moving averages. But one thing that we want to take a look at, though, it is on an uptrend. We are seeing some strength. If you guys remember what I said in my previous video, I was looking for us to have a close above $6. That's exactly what we got. So as far as for this coming week, we have the 21-day EMA, which is at $6.22. So of course, I want to see us get to this level and actually use it as support. If we are able to do this, then we look for that move to the 50-day moving average at $6.57. And we do know, as far as for now, that $7 is a psychological area for this play. So what this means, we could have some selling pressure. As you can see from the recent price action, this could possibly be the case. But if we're able to make that move up further, that's where it gets really interesting for SOFI. Now, if we decide to consolidate, as long as we stay above $6, so even testing support again at $6, this is not a bad idea either. And the reason behind that, we had the low at $5.79. So if we find support right at $6, that means we're forming a higher low, and that still makes the stock look bullish. Keep in mind, it was consolidating for quite some time, and now we finally got that move up, especially with the buying coming into the market. So let's see how it performs for this coming week, but what we're looking for in the near term is that $6.22 to be that support area for SOFI, so we can make that move up. Let's move on to the short interest information. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for SOFI. So green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. So when we take a look at recent positions, we actually covered this in the previous video with Fidelity loading up on shares and also a short position from AGAQX. So overall, no changes. Now, when we take a look at the short interest, the off-exchange short volume ratio is at 33.10%, and then for the off-exchange short volume, it is just over 5.25 million shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 3.4 million, updated 23 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 2.29%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 23rd, it is at 32.78, and then for the close of the 24th being at 33.10. So it went up a little bit, and then taking a look at the short interest percentage of the float being at 18.04%, we know that SOFI has short squeeze potential. Now let's move on to the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for SOFI. So we see on the inflow, it's at 270 million, and then on the outflow, it's at 40 million. So that's a big time difference right there, but a solid green day. When we take a look at the breakdown, on the large it was 240 million, on the medium it was 21.20 million, and then on the small it was 9.34 million. Taking a look at the outflow side, you can see on the large it was 10.33 million, on the medium it was 20.44 million, and then on the small it was 9.26 million. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for June the 24th, which was the Friday that just passed, we had an inflow of 229.48 million. Wow. Analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, you can see we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at the medium, you can see we had more buying than we had selling. And then for the large, which represents whales, institutions, and funds, we had a lot more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 9.56%. No surprises there. We know SOFI is a stock that trades with relatively high volume. So we will have a lot of traders coming into the play. But one thing that was clear, since we did see a good amount of outflows and SOFI was just consolidating, we had that big money that's coming in to buy up some more shares. So let's move on to the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details. So for my final thoughts for SOFI when it comes to the price action, so we ended up seeing a high at $6.18. But here's the thing, we have the 21-day EMA, which is at $6.22. So you know what I'm about to say. I want us to have price action above this level. And most preferably, the best case scenario is us holding support above $6.22. It is very achievable, especially if the market continues to be on an uptrend for this coming week. And then the next level you want to look out for is around $6.57. If we can get to this level and still have continued momentum, we get closer to that psychological area right at $7 for SOFI, which I know a lot of traders will be watching, and I wouldn't be shocked if we have bulls buying that up, wanting to push it up further. But for now, we want to look for that move to 622 and then 657. If we decide to have a pullback or we want to have some consolidation, I feel as long as we can hold up $6 as an area of support, that will show some strength. It also would give us another higher low. We've seen this for the past 2 trading days as well. So having it for the 3rd trading day, again, I think more buyers would want to come into the play and move it up further. If it decides to break through those levels, then of course I don't see SOFI getting weak unless it breaks below $5.30. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership, nothing has changed, just the same activity we covered in the previous video. And then when we took a look at the short interest information, it does continue to have short squeeze potential. There are many shorts who are vested in this play. They've also have been increasing their positions as well. So as long as we have this market continuing to trend up, that's why I'm saying SOFI should be able to follow along with it. But we also can't forget the fact that we are still in a bear market here, and this bounce that we are having, I don't see it lasting for the long term. I don't see us making moves now trying to reach all-time highs. I just want to make sure I'm being realistic. You know I'm the type of person that's not into pumping up stocks. I give you guys levels to look for the upside and as well as for the downside so you can find trading opportunities. And for all of my investors out there who are saying, hey, is now the right time to buy into SOFI? Here's my question. Why weren't you buying him before? If you really do believe in the long-term prospects and you have high conviction, you should not have a problem loading up on dips. The reason why I want to make sure I emphasize this, like I said, we are in a bear market, and the last thing that you want to do is buy into the stock, the price pulls back, you start getting frustrated and start blaming other people and not holding yourself accountable because you didn't do your research and you did not do your homework that is needed to actually have confidence and that high conviction to load up on dips. I, for myself personally, I feel that SOFI has a lot of potential, so that's why I don't mind looking at it as an investment play. Now you figure out what is right for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see how the stock performs going into Monday. We'll talk soon.